project is based on Go, and I'm taking a hexagonal architectural approach, which, long story short, it makes it so the system doesn't necessarily recognize inputs and outputs. And so as technology changes, like it is changing really fast today, you can just switch out the different inputs and different outputs. The system doesn't necessarily care or know what that input is. Like it's nothing is like hard coded in. And so the system runs, you can just switch out your tires really. So like think about like a hexagonal architecture as like a car, and you it's snowing out and you put on your all weather, and it's summer, or not all weather. I think like I've never driven in the wintertime. I know you have winter tires, whatever it is. Your winter tires, and then you switch them to your all weather tires, I guess. Maybe I switched them up, but you get what I mean. You can just interchange it, and it's not a big deal. It's not like, all right, now we've got to change out the interior and the engine. Like that's a lot of work. You don't want to do that. So what this does is you can swap. So that's kind of the deal. So it kicks off. It tells me what it's up to. It just starts its project, its little task, and it goes through. It sets everything up, and when it sets things up, you can see what it's up to on the right side if it was the recent task. And you just go through here. It tells it what it's doing, and then the plan was approved, and it goes through and it does all the updates that it talked about. And then what happens is it makes it commit. And so it goes under the alias of Arc Skeleton Triage API. And then this is some kind of hash ID, agent hash ID. So the agents don't commit over each other or work on the same code, or it doesn't mess up the repository. So it's not necessarily an API key. It's really an agent ID is how I would say it. It's an agent ID that identifies this session's agent. So if you had like 60 agents working on your code base, they'd all have different IDs. And so that what that prevents is things getting mixed up when they might have the same like I guess sub alias, and then if they don't have this, if they have different IDs, then it wouldn't overwrite. But if it was the same exact thing, then it would have issues. So it just prevents issues. It's a bit odd, but it is what it is. I mean, simple enough. I don't really care. And if you want, you can change the name. Okay, so that was one session, one task completed. And then it's important to think about these as tasks. It's not a token thing or usage limit. It's task based. So I give it a task, and I have a certain amount of tasks I can use per day. And without Ultra, I think I'm out at like 6 tasks or something, 6 or so. The daily session limit says 15. From what I read, it was 6 tasks. So I was trying to limit my tasks and get a lot of stuff done. But these aren't big texts. It's not too much going on. But the next one, I kind of go through and does its thing. And one thing I do like is once it starts building it out, it does verify the build. So it builds it and then verifies that it's good to go. And what's happening in the back end is it creates a virtual machine and makes a copy of the repository, makes a virtual machine, runs the code, does the updates, tests it, verifies the build is good, backs up the virtual machine, brings it back into here, and then commits it. So there's a lot going on in the background that you don't see, but it is very cool that it does all those things. It is quite slow though, 'cause sometimes it takes a while to run.